from a recent graduate. I feel like I could just say ditto and walk off. I mean, the humility, the expression of kind of like, how did I deserve this? What did I do special? There's a whole host, a whole host of people who give back. And so singling out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of this big community that does so much for UTA, it's a little humbling, and you do feel like, as some of these others have said, why me? But going back to the commencement address in 2011, I really kind of focused on the traditional, commencement speaker address of, here's 7 keys to take into your life. And it was very appropriate, I thought, for the age group that was there. And we've heard these things, kind of said tonight again, which success is a journey. It's not a destination. And as I was talking to students at lunch today, it's just, what that means is enjoy every day. Enjoy being part of something. Enjoy being, and there's a bigger picture. Be part of something where when you go home at night, you feel a sense of satisfaction. You feel a job well done, as you're moving towards something, but that towards something isn't success. It's the moving towards something that is success. And there was quite a few other things that I said, but I think for brevity, I'll kind of keep that to itself for the moment. But beyond that commencement speech, what I've recognized is that success really in that journey is different at different stages of your life. I mean, I'm very fortunate to have my 2 grandchildren here tonight. They put up with what has to feel, very different for them. But, obviously, at their age, when you're in school, it's all about education. Get a full education, gain the knowledge, and at the same time, learn socialization. Learn how to deal with people, how to communicate with people, how to communicate with all age groups. And then you go on to people who are graduating from college that I was giving my commencement speech to, and it's a different world. And there you're talking about choose wisely, choose your career wisely, put some effort into it. Yes, it may not turn out to be the one that you start with is the one you end up with, and it probably won't be, but choose wisely the first one. Start your career in a good path. I would also say choose your partner carefully. Choose your partner well, because as we saw with the Goolsbys here, if 67 years later, it can be, quite a journey. And then you get into middle career, and there you're looking at family, at, developing your career more fully, and you begin to think in terms of, my career, which is financial planning and taking care of your kids, yourself, your retirement. And then finally, you sort of get to my stage, and my stage is actually kind of fun. If you've had a little bit of success, along the way, and you've kind of got the trappings of that success, then you can feel a sense of accomplishment. But what really, as you can tell tonight from all the talks, from all the people that you're seeing, what really makes this stage special is giving back. And that's what feels so good, that ability and to not just give back. Dollars, I think, as Jackie said, is the easiest part. It's time and attention and inspiration and being there. And it's not just, in here and to the students where it's really critically important. But for me, I'm still active in my business after all these years. And so I think of the people who really built my success. the team members, the associates that my success is built off of. And so for me, the opportunity to give back is often mentoring. It's gaining knowledge. It's giving experience. We have some 20-somethings in our office today. They didn't live through the financial crisis. They didn't live through .com. They didn't live through the '87 crash. They didn't live through, 20% interest rates, like this. I did. I can tell them and share with them what that's like and what's different about today, and when things are unfolding that they haven't seen before, perhaps I have. Mentoring, giving back, sharing, that's what this stage of life is really all about. Giving back where you can, like programs that I've done for UTA, and by the way, I am very eternally grateful to the dean and to prior deans who for the last 20 years have created several opportunities for me to give back to this institution. And it's been a great venue because education is the foundation for the rest of your life, for the rest of your career. And so to give back and to help make for some of the students, to give them an additional boost in their careers, I can't tell you what that feels like. But I go back, it's sort of the end of my career. It's been fun, and I will say success is a journey. It has certainly been a journey for me, and it's certainly one I have truly enjoyed. Enjoy your journey. Thank you.